They said he didn't have the grass court pedigree. They said Wimbledon would expose the cracks. They said Novak Djokovic would halt him in his tracks. But on Friday night, under the glow of center court, Jannik Sinner didn't just win, he obliterated doubt. The world number one, already a three-time Grand Slam champion, played not like someone chasing validation, but like someone defining destiny. He faced Novak Djokovic, not just the greatest returner, not just a seven-time Wimbledon champion, but a man many thought still had one last crown to claim. And Sinner, stone-faced and surgical, swept him aside in straight sets. This was not a fluke. This was not an upset. This was the coronation of a contender. But there was more to it than just defeating Novak. There was something quiet, unspoken, lingering in the air. Roger Federer. The man who walked these lawns like a monarch. The man who, for 2 decades, was Wimbledon. And the man who, just this week, didn't mention Sinner's name when asked about his picks for the final. He mentioned Carlos Alcaraz. He nodded to Novak Djokovic. He smiled at the future. But he didn't say, Jannik. And that silence, that omission, that oversight, it echoed louder than any serve. Jannik Sinner heard it. And he answered it, not with words, not with frustration, but with brilliance. Because when you dismantle Novak Djokovic on grass in under 2 hours, the world doesn't need reminding. It remembers. And now, center court braces for a final that feels less like a match and more like a prophecy. Sinner. Alcaraz. One seeking his first Wimbledon crown. The other chasing his third in a row. Youth versus youth. Top seed versus defending champion. 2 warriors under 24, but playing with the wisdom of legends. Jannik has walked this road with quiet fury. He hasn't sought headlines. He hasn't built his brand through bravado. He's let his racket speak. And now, it's roaring. Because this is his moment. His chance to add SW19 to his growing empire. His chance to look up at the royal box and say, you didn't see me coming, but I'm here now. Carlos Alcaraz, for all his flamboyance and flair, knows this will be no repeat of last year. He won in 2023. He conquered Djokovic in 5 unforgettable sets. He returned in 2024 and reigned again. But 2025, Jannik Sinner stands in the way. Not as a challenger, but as an equal. This isn't the story of a young Italian proving he belongs. This is the story of a champion claiming the only Grand Slam title that has eluded him. It's not about Federer's predictions. It's not about who was expected to win. It's about who will. Sinner isn't chasing Carlos. He isn't chasing Novak. He isn't chasing shadows of greatness. He's chasing silence. And turning it into thunder. Because greatness doesn't always arrive with trumpets. Sometimes, it comes in cold precision. In relentless focus. In the stillness between points. Jannik Sinner is not loud. He doesn't dance after winners. He doesn't punch the air with every ace. He stares. He walks. He resets. And then he breaks you. Carlos Alcaraz knows what awaits. He's seen it. He's felt it. He's ready for a fight. But so is Sinner. This final isn't just Hugh's moment. It's tennis at its purest. It's speed versus steel. Flash versus form. Fire versus frost. It's the final Wimbledon didn't predict. But the one it needed. Today, on the most sacred court in tennis, one man will rise. Either Alcaraz completes the hat trick and stamps himself as the grass king of his generation. Or Sinner grabs the scepter and declares, once and for all, that he is the future Federer forgot to mention. There are no more doubts. No more underestimations. No more whispers in the locker room. This is Jannik Sinner's shot at immortality. Not as a prodigy. Not as a footnote. But as Wimbledon champion. The final begins. The world watches. History waits.